Imagine a day in January 1848 when a carpenter named James Marshall stumbled upon a shiny nugget in the American River. This was no ordinary find. It was gold, and its discovery at Sutter's Mill in Coloma, California, would trigger a series of events that would forever change the course of American history. Word of this golden opportunity spread across the vicinity like wildfire. In the blink of an eye, the quiet towns and tranquil landscapes of the West Coast were alive with whispers of gold and the promise of wealth. The excitement was palpable, the anticipation infectious. From humble farmers to ambitious entrepreneurs, all eyes were drawn towards the West, towards the promise of fortune that lay beneath the Californian soil. People packed their belongings, said their goodbyes, and embarked on a journey towards the unknown, lured by the glittering allure of gold. And just like that, the quiet and serene West Coast was about to transform into a bustling hub of dreamers and fortune seekers. News of gold spread like wildfire, and by 1849, thousands of 49ers, as they were called, were making their perilous journey to California. Their paths were laden with hardship, the overland routes punishing and grueling. They traversed arid deserts, scaled towering mountains, and crossed wild rivers, their determination tested at every turn. And for those who chose the maritime path, the sea showed no mercy. Violent storms, unforgiving waves, and the constant threat of shipwreck were their constant companions. Yet, the 49ers came from all walks of life, their backgrounds as diverse as the challenges they faced. They were farmers, merchants, soldiers, and dreamers, hailing from distant corners of the world, bound together by a shared vision of wealth and prosperity. The journey was a crucible, shaping and testing them, but the glint of gold at the end of their struggles kept them moving. Despite the risks and challenges, the allure of gold was too strong to resist for these hopefuls. Once a tranquil land, California had now turned into a landscape dotted with mining camps and bustling boom towns. The gold rush had sparked a frenzied migration, transforming serene settlements into pulsating hubs of activity. Cities like San Francisco and Sacramento sprang up like mushrooms, growing at an astonishing pace. San Francisco, for instance, ballooned from a tranquil hamlet of around 800 residents in 1848 to a thriving metropolis of about 25,000 inhabitants just 2 years later. Life in these rapidly growing cities and mining camps was a study in contrast. Excitement and hope were palpable as fortune seekers from all walks of life toiled day and night, dreaming of striking it rich. Yet, the newfound wealth also brought with it an underbelly of lawlessness and chaos. Robberies, claim disputes, and violence became common as the rule of law struggled to keep pace with the explosive growth. The gold rush had a profound economic impact, both locally and nationally. It fueled economic growth, created jobs, and stimulated trade and industry. But as the gold started to run out, the dream began to fade. Many miners found themselves worse off than before, their dreams of wealth replaced by the harsh reality of empty pockets and broken spirits. Disappointment was the lot of many a fortune seeker who had left everything behind in the pursuit of the elusive golden dream. The glitter of gold had brought unprecedented growth, but also disillusionment for many. The gold rush might have ended, but its impact was far from over. This golden era wasn't solely about the quest for wealth. It was a force that shaped the destiny of California and indeed, the entire United States. The gold rush was the catalyst that propelled California into statehood. From a sparsely populated region, it transformed into the 31st state of the Union in 1850. This wasn't a mere change in status. It was the birth of a new economic powerhouse. The influx of gold seekers sparked an economic boom. California's population exploded, cities burgeoned, and businesses thrived. The state's infrastructure rapidly developed, with roads, railways, and telegraph lines connecting it to the rest of the nation. The gold rush had ignited a spark that set the stage for California's future as an economic titan. But beyond the economic landscape, the gold rush also triggered significant social and demographic shifts. It attracted a diverse mix of people from around the globe, setting the foundation for California's multicultural identity. Yet, it wasn't all glitter and gold. The mining practices had a profound environmental impact, with landscapes scarred and ecosystems disrupted. Thus, the gold rush, A pivotal event in American history left an indelible mark that can still be felt today. It's a legacy of wealth and growth, of diversity and development, but also a reminder of the price paid for progress.